of them are more than pals.
Our show can be a little gay,
But if you're not, that's okay. You can listen and have fun either way. Xena, Star Wars, Doctor Who, guests and music and reviews. Game of Thrones, Winona too. We promise there's something for you. She nerds out. We're girls that like dirty things. Dirty things.
Oh, hello and welcome to the She Nerds Out podcast. I'm Kat.
I'm Wendy.
And I'm hurt.
Oh,
This is Tara.
Oh, brother. On today's... I'm sorry, Tara. What were you saying?
No,
I'm sorry.
Go on.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
You go off. We'll figure this out later. You've been served.
On today's episode, we're going to jump into our mail sack. We're going to talk about Good Witch. Wendy's going to give us an OA report update. And we're going to go to podcast court with our good friend Anne from the Why Not podcast. But first,
that court.
Wendy, what day is it?
Well, today, the day of which this podcast is coming out, would be the 24th, and that is National Waffle Day.
Yes.
So if you like waffles, and here's the thing.
them.
After the upcoming court case that we have in this episode, tomorrow we might need National Kiss and Make Up Day if there are any hurt feelings.
I mean, waffles are a good way to do that. I think.
Tara, you might like the 28th, National Power Rangers Day,
Really?
combined with
Cool.
National Red Wine Day,
Oh.
combined with National Bow Tie Day. That hits all of
Whoa.
you today.
I'm dressed
Wearing
up
a bow
for court
tie.
today. I have a bow tie on.
You're
And 'cause
drinking
we're
some
talking,
red wine.
Yeah. And because we're
You like
talking
Power
Good Witch. And yeah, I do. I like Power Rangers.
So it's Saturday's your day.
Who's your favorite ranger, Tara?
Kimberly, Pink Power Ranger. Original.
Nice.
The OG. Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
Good choice. Well, do you want to talk about something, Tara, or should we jump into the mail sack?
I don't know. I think we'll just save it. Everything
Okay.
will be on the record.
I see. Okay, great. Let's jump into our mail sack.
Mail.
Whee!
Splash.
All right.
Mm-mm. Yeah, you.
We didn't really discuss this, but should I just take
No,
over?
we didn't.
Should I
We
take
didn't,
over
please.
AK?
I want you to.
Since Tara has enough time to chat during the court with her impassioned plea for justice. All right. From our dear, dear friend, AK. AK writes, "Ahoy there, snoplings. You're back. I miss you." We miss you too, AK. Welcome back to the airwaves and our trousers. Sounds like you had a good snopcation all around. I hope you're settling well to your new neighborhood, Kat, and the new house is behaving itself for you. Cynthia got me to thinking, and I reckon in terms of discussion, you've talked about more about Mandalorian than any series bar Xena and Winona in pure airtime. Maybe than X-Files, than Batwoman, WandaVision, than maybe POI? Interesting. Are they the snoppiest shows? Your Snop 5 TV series? What are your Snop 5 films? Films that every snopling needs to have seen? Good question. AK goes on to say, "It's harvest time right now, in the middle of my busy season. There are tractors every which way I turn at the moment. It's quite disconcerting on a narrow country lane to come face to face with something that big. It's all hands on deck here, so I've got to crack on. Delighted you're back, though. Excited to hear whatever is coming next. Here you go. Have some photos of the flock and an ongoing harvest, just for the general feel of it. It's raining again now, just to make things even mudder." She says it's like it's a bad thing. And then AK follows up and says, "I thought you might like to hear the soundtrack of my work today. If you can hear the audio file and see what it was like at the pub in the great British summertime." Okay. The pictures are beautiful. There's like sheep and there's beautiful fields. And then AK sent video of some rain at a pub.
I know.
The-
Looks great.
It looks like out of Disneyland or something. Like if you were to think of like how Disneyland would do England, an English pub, that's what it looks like.
This is it.
It is. AK, never leave where you live. It is, to me right now, it is heaven. You have these beautiful lands and rain and English things and pubs, and I forgot what rain even looks like, and it makes me sad. So
we've had a couple overcast days.
Oh, well, we had some clouds. Actually,
around
yesterday,
noon,
Tara and I
burns
did
off.
go to the Great Vasquez Rocks, where it was a little cool.
Oh, cool.
It smelled of rain. And if those of you listening don't know Vasquez Rocks, look it up. There are so many things that have filmed there. Star Trek episodes, like tons of film and TV shows.
Western type stuff.
Westerns, Westworld and stuff there.
It's very iconic rock structure.
If you ever see a
formation
film or TV show with like some big rocks jutting at an angle out of the ground, that's probably it. And you can just go walk around it and climb up on it. It's really cool.
The rocks are 25 million years old.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They have a great gift shop.
Yes.
There's a gift shop there?
Yeah, a little gift shop.
Oh, cool.
I bought a pen.
That's awesome.
Yeah. No, it's really nice. And some trails. We're definitely going to go back, but it was cloudy. It was in the low 60s when we were there. It had a little kind of rainy feel, smell. Oh, it's heaven.
Very nice.
So,
well, speaking of AK,
guys,
we got some mail.
Wait, what kind of mail?
Actual, tangible, through the postal service somehow. Mail.
Through the Royal Mail.
Through the Royal Mail, we received a postcard from none other than AK.
Whoa.
So here's the shocking thing. It's a great postcard. Thank you, AK, as always. In it, they reveal that they are an artist. So they painted this little postcard. It's
beautiful.
I mean, Wendy, you said it. AK is like this onion with layers we just keep pulling back.
That's a compliment.
It's gorgeous. So AK, thank you. I think it's more than appropriate that yours is one of the very first pieces of mail that we got. So thank you. It's so sweet. And you also they also sent Leah and I a housewarming card, which is so sweet. That's so nice. Very considerate. Amazing. And then Tara, I think that's for you. Do you want to talk about what else we got in the mail?
Oh,
from Karen O?
From Karen O sent us a little something, also in the snail mail. It is a illustration of Nicole Hott and my favorite Winona Earp character, Calamity Jane. Nicole is talking to Calamity and says, and it turns out the homestead has very thin walls, which isn't at all awkward. So they're just hanging out.
Calamity Jane looks a little concerned about the noises that she's heard.
Calamity's heard too much herself. And she's like, duh.
I know. And it should be noted that Nicole is drinking out of a Pussy Willow's mug.
That's nice. They have merchandise. Yeah.
Yeah. And also Karen O included a really very nice handwritten note, which you don't see very much these days. So thank you, Karen O.
Read who the artist was. I think Karen put it in
yes. You are correct. The artist is at Haley HB0M8.
All right.
Very nice print.
Very cool. Yeah, it's great.
Yes. There you go.
I'm a fan of the physical, real dimensional mail. I like the physical getting the mail. I like it. It's fun.
It's very fun.
Kat, where can people send stuff to us? Oh, should I say it? I'm going to say it.
Do it.
They can send it to Snop at 1336 Moore Park Road. Moore Park is spelled MOORPARK. That's also the first road I ever lived on when I moved to LA.
It's also crap room backwards.
That's right. Number 279, Thousand Oaks, California, 91360. That's all, folks.
We have it, Rabbit. So thank you guys. Thank you for sending the mail. It was a delightful surprise this weekend. So thank you.
I love all the options: real mail, voicemail, email, beers. What am I missing? And then just the general social media.
Yeah, all the socials.
Yeah, it's fun. We're very accessible people.
We are. Well, we have a very truncated nerd news edition this week, Wendy. What can you tell us?
Look, this is an OA update for the, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 of our listeners that are OA fans. I know they're not a ton. It didn't get that many watchers. That's why didn't get renewed. But for a while, I think I talked about on the podcast that the creators were posting some kind of cryptic-y things on their Instagram that made people think, it's coming back in some form. Well, we found out it's not. Although Brett Marling did say, I hear you. I share your love of the show. And they are definitely wanting to bring it back in some form to complete the story someday, whether that be a book, graphic novel, whatever. They also want to complete the story of the OA and all that. So, but the news is that Brett Marling and her co-creator partner, Zal Batmangley. I'm sorry, I'm saying that totally wrong.
Nailed it.
I did not nail it.
Sounds
but
like me.
Anyway, they are doing a new series called Retreat for FX. And it says the mystery series, a twist on the detective trope, follows an amateur sleuth named Darby Hart as she attempts to solve a murder case at a secluded retreat. Said both writers will direct, with Marling also playing a key role in the whodunit. So it's about, these guests are invited by a reclusive billionaire to participate in a retreat at a remote and dazzling location. When one of the guests is found dead, Darby must fight to prove it was a murder against a tide of competing interests and before the killer takes another life. Now, look, normally I would say, going from the OA to this, it sounds like it's just a murder thing. Like, it's so, I trust him. I trust Britt. You know what? Britt has a sensibility to me that's like, I think she enjoys exploring aspects of the world that are unseen. They're larger than life. Like, I guarantee you, this is not just going to be a whodunit. There's going to be all sorts of interesting elements brought in. So she's a very intelligent person who I don't think she just wants to write something ordinary. And so I don't think he wants to do something just ordinary. So whatever this turns out to be, I don't know when I think it won't be here till next year. Obviously, they've been writing on it. I don't think they've started filming yet, or maybe they just started. So it won't be probably till 2022 on FX, but I am here for it. I will watch whatever comes out of their brains, her and Zal.
That's cool.
Yeah, she's great.
So Wendy, then what was all this hubbub about?
That I don't, unless he was trying to hint that they had another project coming and that, hey, we're doing something new, and didn't, basically you combine me because we're doing something new, and maybe they
misleading.
Couldn't. Yeah, it was. And he did answer one person that said, no, it's not secretly renewed, talking about the OA. So I guess and then I think once it really kind of got a lot more traction, like people saying, oh, this is a sign, they were kind of like, they did kind of back off a little bit. They were reading a lot of stuff into it, like all the people that were speculating. So I think it was probably this. Maybe they weren't sure when it was going to be announced, and they thought, hey, we're excited. There's a new project coming up. But yeah, so I mean, I really would love to see the OA completed in some way, just to see what their end vision was for that story. But I am excited about anything they do together. So I am on board with Retreat, because I have, and it sounds like FX embraces the kind of altered reality kind of thing they do, the different feel of what they do. So hopefully they're ready to take the ride with them and not dump them like Netflix does, to a lot of shows. So,
All right, cool.
So, we will be talking about that in 2022. Trying to get more people on the Britt Marling train.
All right. She's not starring, right?
She probably is. I think. I'm not sure she's
okay.
playing Darby, the main character, or another character, but she'll be in it. She starred in the OA. She stars in all this stuff that she does. Right. So she's really good. She started writing this because she gets tired of offering the scared girlfriend in a horror movie parts. So she's like, I'm going to write my own thing. She's a very interesting person. So,
awesome.
I'm here for it.
Let's get her on the podcast.
I'm just a little intimidated. She's too smart for me to talk.
Okay.
Although I'm not ruling it out, but she's one of those people that uses like very smart words. Like a lot of people, if I heard them talking like she does, speaking like she does, I'd be like, oh my God, they're so pretentious. But with her, I'm like, she's just so smart.
She's smart.
She's just smart. And I'm not. And I'm just like, Brett. And she was really good. But I don't know. I'm not ruling it out.
Wendy, you're very smart.
Thank you. Not
just present it in a different way.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I have no response.
Well, speaking of tension, we're gonna go. Listen, we've recorded the first ever session of Podcast Court.
It's called Pod Court, Cat.
Sorry, Pod Court. That's what I meant.
God.
Our good friend Anne from the Why Not podcast joined us. She was one of the plaintiffs, right? Is that what?
Yes,
I
my
believe so.
co-plaintiff.
Yes. That's right. Wendy was the very wise judge. And I think
Woody
it went
Benner.
well.
Woody Benner.
Woody Bennett first, and then Woody Bennett. I think it went well. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
I'm bringing this trial to order. This is the case of the people versus the defendant, Kat Crimmins. What are the charges? Opening a housewarming gift early and without an audience.
Mm-hmm. Premature unboxing.
Premature unboxing are the charges.
Yeah, premature
Opening statements to the
encapsulation.
prosecution.
I object.
And
I would prefer to have a jury trial, not a bench trial. I feel this court is swayed, and we need a jury pool.
Hogwash!
And this motion is now officially presented to the court.
Nope, balderdash, Your Honor. Let us remind the defendant that she is in pod court.
Ah, damn it.
And cannot, under this specific case, be awarded a jury trial unless we, as the plaintiffs, award her one. And let me confer with my co-plaintiff.
Nay. Mm-mm.
No.
Sorry, this, Your Honor.
Denied.
Your Honor,
Overruled.
please.
Denied.
Order in the court.
This
Order in
is
the
a
court.
kangaroo
As
court.
the judge of
I demand
Don't make me
reparations.
put you in contempt, Crimmins. I'm going to allow your motion. I'll allow it. We will have a jury trial.
Thank you, Your
So,
Honor.
jury.
Very wise.
Please
and
listen
beautiful.
closely to the details of this case. Prosecution. We're ready to hear your opening.
By the way, Your Honor, I love your scarf.
Thank you. It was a gift from
Oh,
Georgia.
No,
suck
please.
up. Seen it before.
Okay.
This isn't going to end well for your Crimmins.
Right. Opening statements commence.
I would like to. What's that called? When you
Quick, look it up.
read
We need a
some
recess.
evidence.
Enter into evidence.
Yes, I have some articles here.
Ah.
On or about June 14th at 3:00 p.m. I, Ann Hicks Bleecker, stalked and trolled Facebook to find Tara.
Mm-hmm.
I sent her a friend request, which was promptly allowed. She was like, "Yay,
Accepted.
let's be friends." Yeah. And I said, "Hey, do you know if Kat got an everyone welcome sign yet?" And then promptly 3.5 hours later, Tara got back to me
Very prompt.
and said, "Not that I know of. She's been looking, but to my knowledge, she hasn't bought one yet. At least she hasn't bragged about having one yet."
LOL.
So I think this also speaks to the character.
Objection. My character is not on
as
trial
a bragger,
here.
a
Yep.
braggadocious person
Mm-hmm.
Your Honor,
who
please.
maybe couldn't even help themselves if they were
Your
told
Honor.
not to
Sustain.
open something. They would just like
Right.
get all up in there with their
Let's keep
little
our opening
paws.
statements factual,
Okay.
not bring up the demeanor or disposition of said witness.
I'm sorry, it was just so easy to do. So back to the facts.
Oh, Anne, you're going. I'm taking you to court
I-
so quick.
I went on
I
to
disregard.
say-
Direct the jury to disregard the character statements to the witness. Or
Yeah,
to
good
the
luck getting that out of your
defendant.
brain, jury.
Don't belabor the point, counselor.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm
I
sorry.
went on to say, I just got Casey one for when we record 412. The person who does them is in Canada. Do you and Wendy want to go in on one with me as a generous, I'm ad-libbing here, gracious housewarming?
Wait. No.
gift cat?
I would request
no.
to see the evidence. Request to see the evidence.
No, it was
That will-
unspoken. Also, the term thoughtful, caring.
Right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're also were terms.
We
that
will
were just
introduce evidence
unsaid.
following opening statements.
I
Continue.
do want to add, as a listener of this podcast, I believe the idea occurred to me after hearing you all discuss, I'm sorry, the SNOP podcasters discuss that it would be a great, how everyone just wanted one for their house, right?
Mm.
So then Tara replies, definitely. Just let me know what we owe. Thank you. And then we go on to discuss dollars, which we'll get to in our civil case.
Are you suing each other?
And I said, cool. Just ordered and paid for it. Okay, yay. Do you have Venmo? Yada, yada. Thanks so much for coordinating. She's gonna love it. I go on to say she better not have it and not have said anything. Please pay attention. We should do an unboxing video with her when she gets it. I told her not to open it until I tell her to. LOL.
That's hearsay.
Mm-hmm. I believe this is on evidence that will be introduced later. Please continue, Counselor.
I'd like to officially petition the evidence. I would like a forensic person thing confirm that has not been tampered with in any way, Your Honor, please.
Well, let me talk to Bob, RIT forensics guy. Yeah, this is Bob here. And
no.
Hey. I can see all the behind the scenes.
I object.
I see your lips moving.
Okay. So then, well, if she secretly has one, I'll buy this one from you. LOL. Yep. I can send this in PayPal. What's the address? Blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That sounds true and correct.
Right.
And I also want to reiterate, as co-plaintiff, the excitement that was felt when mentioned, when Anne said, let's do an unboxing. How fun would that be? And I thought, oh my God, that would be so fun. And just the emotional, the high that I felt when I thought, oh my gosh, yeah, how fun and special, what a special moment that couldn't possibly be recreated. That would be so special. And how much I anticipated that emotionally.
I concur with that statement. And I too thought maybe Kat would be moved to tears. And as a podcaster, I was thinking, what great content this could be.
Jane.
Right.
It's just
exactly.
For the artist, we could have highlighted the gorgeous artist, creative person, Erper, who did this.
Yes.
It could have been a win-win-win.
It could have gone.
We all know it's better than a win-win.
Right. Could have gone not only on both of our podcasts, but also on our Instagram, on our Twitters. We could have shared this moment with our listeners, with everyone. How special that would have been. So we were very emotionally invested, not just monetarily invested in this.
The lost opportunities, the lost revenue from our sponsors.
Does the prosecution have an end time for these?
I'd like a number on that lost revenue, please.
Okay, so I want to now go to
let's open questions.
Text message on the same date, June 17th.
I believe we're going right into the actual trial. You may present evidence into Exhibit A. Is this Exhibit A?
I asked Kat, who at the time was between homes. Not displaced, mind you, just moving. And I said, well, when will you be moved in to your new place? And what's your new address? Kat tells me the address, which I won't say here.
What is it? What did I say?
It is.
No.
22. I get information on the state of the new home. When their spouse,
I assumed you were asking for like genuine reasons. I didn't know you had ulterior motives.
Trial here? I'm not on trial here.
Order.
Kat, I would like to know, would you say that our thoughtful gift was not genuine? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, it sounds to me like you're more upset that I robbed you of feeling good about yourselves because I didn't open it in front of you. I'm basing that off of your previous testimony.
Judge, if I could just state
it's really all I have.
Who are you? Are you the plaintiff?
She's a defendant.
Judge, may I just
defendant? I feel like both of you are the plaintiffs.
Yes.
We're together.
Who's my lawyer?
You're representing yourself.
If I
Never
could
advised,
just state
but-
that the defendant has used of her own accord the word rob. So if we could just throw that on the charges as well. She just said that she's robbed us.
No, I
Emotional robbery.
No, I
Who's
declare.
the stenographer? Yeah.
I declare subpoena ducis tucum. As you know, Your Honor, that will clear me of all charges.
And I also
King
want
Tut
to
have
throw
to do
in which one's
I don't know,
the spoken.
It's what
Which one?
Wikipedia says.
Which one's the spoken tarnishing of the record of someone?
Libel?
Libel. Implying that we're doing this for selfish reasons, when in fact, the real reason is because seeing your happiness brings so much happiness to us. And I'm sorry if that's so upsetting to you.
I'm not upset. You brought me into pod court. You listen, I hate to do this, but you're out of order. You're out of order. This whole courtroom is out of order.
The reason you're here is because of your
You can't handle the truth.
To quote a half angel, half human grown woman. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I go on to text with the defendant who says, why? With a whole bunch of question marks and the double eye emoji. And I say, I'm sending you a little something. I get a heart emoji back.
Oh, I'm so nice.
I
I'm
say,
very
it's
sweet.
coming from, well, we thought you were. It's coming from Canada. Don't open it until I say so. This is July 17th, 8:19 a.m.
Oh my God. 8:19 a.m. Too early to text me yet.
That can't be your excuse. So I'll let you know when it ships so you know. Yes, ma'am. So I get a confirmation back that the defendant understands the assignment.
And not just an okay or sure, a yes, ma'am.
Very official, which I usually have Kat refer to me as ma'am.
That's true. That is true.
On Saturday, June 26th.
Kat, are you getting emotional? Do we need to take a free sign?
Yes, my
p.m.
nose is very emotional.
Here's your nose crying. Okay.
I sent Kat delivery status of said package.
Wow.
She replies, ooh, Thunder Bay. I'm not home. I'll let you know when it gets here. And then all hell breaks loose.
She even said, I didn't even know that. She even said, I'll let you know when it gets here.
Yeah.
Yep. Apparently I said that.
Kat, would you like to question the defendant on these charges or this evidence that we have seen up till now?
I would. Remind me the date of that, Anne, please.
Of the date that you said, yes, ma'am.
Sure.
That was June 17th.
Aha! As you have previously stated in your testimony, I was displaced.
You were not
homeless.
You were not without home. You, in fact, had 2 homes at the time.
Yeah.
No. Hey, this is, Your Honor, I'm trying to speak. Your Honor.
Let the defense speak. Quiet.
Thank you very much. Because of that displacement, I was going through some personal hardship. I had a lot on my mind and on my plate. And our previous interaction had slipped my mind completely. And I would, from here on out, I'm going to plead the fifth.
Oh,
it makes for good content when the other person just doesn't say anything.
I'm out of technical terms.
So let's go back to Facebook chat with Tara. I sent Tara the delivery progress of the package. Kat's package is out for delivery. It should arrive today. Do you and Wendy want to Zoom to have her open or anything? Also, I feel dirty talking about Kat's package.
Another great content opportunity missed, by the way.
Yeah, I love that.
Tara says, yeah, I think a group unboxing would be fun if we can figure out a time. I'm free after 4:30ish. I
Made
could
myself
also
available.
I reply. That was June 28th at 3:20 p.m. The next response is from Tara that says, "Welp, she opened it." And I reply, "I know. all of a sudden she sent me a photo.
Oh, no. Oh.
And it's
Yeah.
a cheesy
Enter the
grin
photo into
from
evidence.
Kat.
I mean, listen, I look really happy.
It's a
Isn't
really
that
fun
enough?
photo because
Isn't
it's just your eyes above the sign. Like, who is that neighbor on Home Improvement when only his eyes would pop
Oh,
up?
Wilson. Or is it Wilson? Yeah, I think so. Or was that the volleyball in?
That
Pretty
was the
it was.
volleyball, but it may
Wilson.
have also been the
But
neighbor.
it may have been Wilson. Yeah,
Yeah.
it could have been both.
Wilson was very talented as an actor. Played both
Very
parts.
versatile.
Mm-hmm.
So Kat sends a photo. I love it. It's going onto the front door of the new house.
Oh my God.
I say, "Oh, you opened it." It's from me, Wendy, and Tara. Happy housewarming.
Unbelievable.
And that brings us to present day.
Okay, but my response, right? I felt terrible. I apologized. It's convenient for you to leave that part out.
Kat, your remorse will be taken into account upon sentencing.
Now
Thank
here,
you, Your Honor. Very remorseful over here.
Here-
Very remorseful.
But are you, Kat? Because what I want to really introduce into evidence, and I don't have the exact time code or episode,
I guess
but
you
it
can't
exists
release
out
it,
there,
though.
and we can find it. I believe it was either last episode or perhaps the one. No, it was last episode because it was coming back from our hiatus when we mentioned your premature unboxing, and you claimed, you attempted to claim that perhaps you weren't told to wait to unbox the item. You said, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know if she told me to do that. No, I don't know."
Hearsay.
So you attempted to shift the blame or, not take responsibility for your actions. That is why we are here, Kat. It's not the hurt you caused. It's the...
That is some gotcha journalism, Tara. That is some real I've been railroaded on my own podcast. Really? You're going to do this?
Let's
We're
roll
doing this?
the tapes.
Not happening. Who's going to roll it? Not me.
Just because you're the editor.
Well,
keep listening because it ain't
now
happening.
we know this is all rigged.
It is rigged.
You, the jury, will have to go back to last week's episode and listen for yourself.
Also, trying to tarnish my good name by being like, I don't know. Did she tell me not to open it?
Anne's a forgetful liar. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what you said.
I was flummoxed.
Don't try to use big words to throw us off.
Because it'll work.
Hogwash.
So clearly I'm innocent.
Kat.
So. Yes, Your Honor.
Well, thank you for deciding your verdict without the jury's involvement.
Doing the work
I guess
for
we're done
everybody
here.
else.
But overrule, you are not done or sustained. I'll not allow it.
Oh.
So is your defense that you forgot?
That is my entire defense. Yes, I forgot, and I am very sorry, and I love it. It's right here. I love it very much.
Evidence
Beautiful.
entry C.
It's gorgeous.
Wow.
It smells good too.
It is a beautiful piece of evidence.
It smells good too.
So, is forgetfulness a defense that holds up in a court of law?
It is a defense that we will let the jury. So, jury, you are presented with the facts that the prosecution did converse with the defendant and instruct them not to open the gift.
And what
the defendant's sole defense is that she forgot and opened the gift. The facts are laid before you to decide whether, her mental state, if your options are guilty of premature unboxing of the evidence or not guilty by reason of mental forgetfulness.
Let it be known
during a very stressful time.
I would like to
of
add
being displaced
for the jury in our closing statements to really try to understand the emotional toll this took. As much stress that Kat was under. Just imagine the opposite, how much joy we thought this would bring us and how we could be celebrating this joy together as two podcasts in one. And we were robbed of that joy. And Kat should suffer the consequences. She can be sorry. She can be forgetful, but she still needs to be accountable.
Your Honor, I would like to
forgive her, but we do not have to forget, and we
can't
do not
forget.
have to bury our feelings of hurt. So I plead with you, the jury, to make the right decision. You can forgive Kat, but you can't take away our pain and invalidate our feelings.
Your Honor, I would like to submit a motion to remove Tara's bow tie, please.
It's giving her too much power.
Makes it official.
It's gone right to her head.
During
Your Honor.
these trying, difficult times that we have been through, we look for kernels of joy wherever we can find them. And to be robbed of that joy, and to rob both of our listeners of that joy.
All
really, what it comes down to is all 24 of these listeners just tune in week after week for the joy, and to rob them, and to rob At Love for Earp, the creator of the beautiful Bring Winona Earp Home sign. Everyone welcome.
The one person I am sorry to is that artist.
The one person you're sorry to?
You brought me to court, Tara.
My God. Please enter that.
How am I supposed to now feel bad? You brought me to court. I'm in court.
She's not sorry to us at all.
I tried to be. I was. And then you brought me to court.
Does the defense have closing statements?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Might I add, your scarf brings out your beautiful eyes.
Wow. That's what Georgia said.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, Your Honor, the jury, my bad. Thank you.
That's your closing argument?
Well said.
Well, jury, you have your work cut out for you. You got a lot to consider. Kat's life is at stake. Or her future reputation.
Oh my God.
Your Honor.
Reputation. No, that's fine.
Your Honor, I have a question.
I don't really have one of those.
Yes.
Judge Woody Bennett.
Benner,
damn it. Judge Woody Benner. Okay.
Oh, Your Honor.
Betty
cannot stand. This cannot stand.
Judge Bedwetter?
well,
I have a question.
you may
May I
ask.
approach the bench?
Please approach. Sidebar.
Does if found guilty by the wonderful listeners of this podcast, will the sentencing phase be determined by the plaintiffs?
No, Your Honor, please.
It will.
Your wisdom
It
is
will.
required. No,
Thank
Your
you
Honor,
very much.
your wisdom
Thank
is
you.
required. Your
But I,
Honor.
as the Judge Benner, have the right to approve or disapprove said sentencing by the plaintiffs.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Fair enough.
You look very nice today, by the way.
Oh, please.
We'll be fair and just. in
Your
our
comments will not be
punishment.
taken into account in this court. I see pure suck-upness when I see it. If there are no further
No,
arguments,
I
or
rest
defense,
my case.
I got nothing.
then this trial now is handed over to the jury. Please use your best judgment. Consider all the facts. Consider the emotions at play. Consider the people. Make your verdict.
Godspeed, and may justice be with you.
And you as well.
I mean, clearly I'm going to be absolved of all charges, so I'm not sweating it.
Hey, quit!
I'm not worried
Quit
about
trying
it.
to influence the jury, Kat.
I'm not. I'm just, our snoplings are
You
very
see,
smart.
Jerry, this is
They'll
what
know,
she does.
They'll see
So
the
don't let
obvious
her go
answer because they're smart and
unaccountable.
good looking. So
Wow. 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 Well, if you would like to vote or, let us know your thoughts, you can go on any of our social media, Twitter, Instagram. Are there any? What else do we do?
Facebook.
Facebook, it'll be up there. Yeah.
Okay.
And you can say whether you think Kat is guilty of premature unboxing and also theft of joy and also guilty of hurting the feelings of well-intentioned friends that really cared about her.
I feel like you've
and
trumped
just
up
wanted
these
to do
charges
something nice.
a bit.
I feel like you would be held in contempt at this point, Tara, but we'll go with it.
So those 3 charges will be presented, and you can put in.
I have faith in my snoplings.
And then she will be sentenced if convicted. And
That scares me a little bit. I'm really
will-
concerned. I'm concerned.
I get the final
broadcast that
say. I
sentence.
get the final say.
yeah.
I don't
Here.
trust the plaintiffs as far as sentencing goes.
We will
so.
write-
I don't
broadcast.
either.
Well,
I do want to note that
Judge-
Tara
Judge Woody Venner is a benevolent judge and very kind and beautiful. So I'm sure.
Oh my gosh.
didn't you just call her dumb a couple minutes ago?
No, you are twisting my words in true cat fashion.
I would like to state that Judge Woody Benner takes bribes.
Oh, good to know.
Noted.
Look, you'll be getting something through Venmo in a minute. I think it went well. Okay. Since you're still wearing your bow tie, Tara, I think we should talk some Good Witch.
Yeah.
So I finally caught up. And of course, we joked last episode when we came back from our hiatus, all this stuff started happening while we were not recording episodes. And one of the big things was Good Witch. The finale included a big kiss with
Indeed.
hashtag Joey.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I know you guys were watching every week. Like you were caught up every week, right? Weren't you watching every Sunday?
Pretty
Yes.
much, yeah. Which I never thought I would be watching Good Witch. It'd been on forever. Never had any interest in watching it. But then when I started watching it for Kat, I kind of got interested. So I instead of just watching her parts, I just started watching the overall story. And one night I was going to turn it on to see Kat's parts. I thought, no, I'm not cut up. I've missed one or two. I need to see the stories, how they progress. I don't want to just jump ahead. I need to know what's going on with everybody. So yeah, I watched it all.
Yep.
Up until the
Awesome.
end.
Same.
Awesome. So what did you guys think? How did you think they handled their first ever? It was the first ever same-sex kiss on the TV show.
Yes.
right?
Yeah, probably like a
Yes.
main. I don't know of any other same-sex kisses other than the one that was in that summer wedding movie, Wedding Every
Well,
Weekend. Were
Yeah.
there any other than that one?
The,
'Cause
that
that was-
Christmas house, the gay men.
did they kiss in it?
I think so. Yeah. I was reading that this is the first kiss in
Okay.
a series, not a movie.
Okay.
So I think they did to some extent. But yes, this was the first homosexual kiss on a on a series on Hallmark.
Got it.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think they this kiss went along with the I think what I'm trying to say is Hallmark treated this kiss the same way they do every other kiss, whether it's a gay couple or a very straight couple.
right.
There was no tongue. There was no sexy time. It was just a very, chaste, very, sweet kiss. But
Sure.
still very, progressive. We'll
Which
take
is
it.
that's what they do with all their
Yeah.
kisses on that show.
But I think that's important to note. That,
You're not getting stares in Hallmark.
No, if you're right, you're not going to get season 4, episode 2 of Winona Earp and Hallmark. So you have to manage your expectations.
Right.
So if you look at any Hallmark movie, any series, barely look at Good Witch, the main couple barely kisses or shows any affection on
Mhm.
the straight couple that are married, or any of the other couples. It's very, very basic. So
Vanilla.
yeah. So, I was actually surprised that they made it as big of a storyline as they did, and they went all the way to that. So I was happy with it.
Obviously the only reason I was watching this show was because of Kat's character and then eventually Keanu's character. So having I had very low expectations, to be honest, but the chemistry between those two characters was genuine.
Yes.
I didn't feel the same chemistry between other couples on the show. Like I felt they had genuine natural chemistry, and that was very fun to watch for sure.
I agree. It was fun. You know, it was really it didn't feel forced at all. I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I did. I really thought this was going to be the obligatory watch, you know, and it started out that way. But then as I was texting or writing in our group chat for the podcast, and I'm like, oh, well, okay. They're kind of cute. Oh, whoa. All right. You know, and every some kind of look or some kind of flirtatious thing going on. And they played it up. And I know throughout the episodes, Kat and Kiana were posting about some of the producers and writers behind the scenes that were really pushing for this relationship to happen and really, pushing for this to be one of the front and center storylines and to get to that point of the kiss and how much work, went into making that something that was important to be featured. So it was just nice to watch, and just knowing that they really went there. I mean, there were some lines that I was, what was the one where she's like, the sink, a faucet, she's like, I can put it in for you. And I can, like, there were some really,
like, I'm ready to take that ride.
Right. I mean, there were some clear double entendres in there that they were like, let's go for it. So respect for that.
I wonder, do you think any of that, I wonder where they knew that this was their last season? Like, how much of this went into, well, it's not like we have to worry about a boycott and people not coming back to the show, because they knew they were, you would assume that showrunners know ahead of time, but they don't always. But, I'd like to think they would have done this if they knew they had another season, bring them back,
right?
Proceed with the relationship. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like they probably started the relationship before they knew that it was their last season, I would imagine. But,
Yeah, I don't know that I did read an article about the cancellation of the show, and it seemed to me that they didn't know it at the time.
They didn't?
They didn't know.
Okay, that's good.
They weren't sure if they were coming back or not. But luckily, I mean, and
sometimes,
this is what happened with Winona, right? Like, we're not sure, so why don't we wrap it up?
Right.
Just in case. And that's what the finale kind of felt like it, especially with all the magic stuff and the moon and all this kind of stuff going on. It definitely felt like a kind of a way to close the whole show in case it had to be. But, I don't know if they knew ahead. I don't know if the producers knew ahead of time if they were coming back or not.
Well, I'm all here for a Joy and the other dude live alone now in the Merriwick house, and it's just Zoe comes over all the time, and it's just a movie. Like, that's one of the Christmas movies, and it's like their Christmas story. How cute would that be? Or a Halloween or autumn movie, whatever you want to call it. So I'm here for that. I think that would be adorable. Why not? They made a Christmas house with the gay dudes last year.
Yeah.
Now you got to make one for the ladies. So why not use the two established characters that you have?
Totally.
With one of the big, queer icons that you have from Winona Earp. Why not?
That would be very smart.
It would be smart.
I'd watch it.
I would watch the shit out of that.
Are you listening, Hallmark?
At Hallmark Movies.
Amazing.
If you make it, we will watch.
They will come.
Probably. I think they're seeing
that is a double entendre.
I avoided that. I left it for you.
No, thank you. Knock it out of the park.
Home run. So there you go. Yeah. I mean, hopefully this isn't the last we see of Joey, because they were really fun and adorable.
They were.
And the actors were obviously very, very supportive of the storyline, and have sort of both become champions of representation. So that's great. So I mean, you couldn't ask for a better combination of that. So yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah, we'll see where Hallmark goes next. I mean, you don't know what Christmas movies they have planned. They haven't announced Christmas, right? Or have they?
Mm-hmm.
Did they? Sometimes they announce them. They'll here's a title, but they don't have details. So I'll be curious to see what they're putting out there for Christmas. As far as
make it a Halloween movie, make it a Thanksgiving movie, make it a New Year's movie.
Anything will be fun.
Any movie.
Make it
a Labor Day movie.
St. Patrick's Day.
Arbor Day.
Valentine's Day.
Waffle Day.
Now we're just
Okay.
Now we're all just thinking about waffles.
Waffles are cool. I like waffles.
Waffles sound good. So there you go.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
way to go, Hallmark.
They've come a little bit of a long way since the get rid of the commercial that people complained about. And then more people complained that they got rid of the commercial.
That's right.
And then that CEO did leave. So there's that.
Interesting.
I'm sure he was probably asked to leave, but I don't really know. He stepped down.
How long after this the commercial debacle did he leave? I'm
not sure. Not too long.
It's in this article I was looking at, but well, it happened.
People think it was related?
Yes.
Got it. Good. Get out of here.
Yeah.
So long.
Yeah, it just says soon after. And it was 2019, I guess. Wow. Feels like longer ago than that.
Well, it's because that year that didn't happen.
True.
Right.
True. It's a new world for Hallmark.
We'll just wait for that to come out.
Yeah. We'll just sit here and wait.
Yeah. Anytime.
In the meantime,
I have nowhere to be.
You can go onto the computer or your phone and you can rate and review our podcast.
Yay!
Because it helps us, right?
It does.
It helps us. And it's nice for us to read. Makes us feel good.
Yeah.
And it brings us joy.
That's important.
Which is
important.
Oh, you admit that's important, Kat? Let that be known to the court.
Leave it in the courtroom, Tara. Leave it in the courtroom.
Disbarred.
Yes, you could do that on Apple. And whatever. Or you can go on our other social media pages.
Members of the jury, I would like to request that you cast your verdict on the Twitter at Snot Podcast with 1D. We'll put up a poll because that's how it's done. And you select what you think the verdict should be.
Yeah. Or you can go on Instagram or Facebook at She Nerds Out Podcast and also take the poll to select your verdict. And I feel like this is an episode of Black Mirror. Like this is where
don't think this won't happen in the future for real someday.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, honestly.
So just practice
by social media.
Yep.
And for all of my supporters out there, if you want to send an email and send support for my side of the case, you could do that at look at Tara's face. You can do that at shenerdsout@gmail.com. You can go to our website, shenerdsout.com. You can send us messages via the website. You can buy us a beer. That might help resolve some of this tension. We'd appreciate it. But you can also you can also link to all of our socials from there as well.
And take a lot of beer, Kat.
I know. I got a lot of beer in the fridge outside.
Are we invited over? Do we get to see the sign?
You're going to when there's not boxes everywhere. Don't forget we have merch. If you go to our website, there's a merch tab. You can click on the merch and check out all kinds of cool stuff that we got there.
And if Kat is found guilty, there will be a new shirt with her face on it, like Sirius Black, and it'll say "guilty" across it,
like in between cell bars. Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect. Or like I'm holding one of those booking signs.
You're holding your "Everyone Welcome" sign.
Oh,
I already have that picture.
Wow.
That sounds great.
The one you sent without us knowing. Yes.
Leave it in the courtroom.
Leave it in the courtroom. I'm going to call recess. This podcast has come to its conclusion. In order. That was horrible.
I think the word you're looking for is adjourned.
Court is adjourned. She nerds
out.
She nerds out. We're girls that like dirty things. Dirty things.
I wish I had a hammer. I don't have a hammer. I mean, I have a real
had
hammer.
a hammer.
I'd hammer in the
morning.
morning.
I'd hammer in the evening.
All over
this
this land. It's a hammer of justice.
It's a song of freedom.
It's a hammer of love between my brothers and my sisters.
All over this land.
I'm doomed.